guys, thanks for joining me in my kitchen today. Today I am going to try and teach you how to make Chinese dumplings, or Chinese pot stickers you would call them, or they're also known as guotie. They're very yummy and they're very easy to make. What I like to use are these ready-made Taiwan dumpling skins. I don't think they're from Taiwan. They're actually made in Singapore, but I guess the Taiwan dumpling skins are thicker, and that's what you really need to give you that really crunchy bottom. I've tried many other ones. They usually don't really work and they're really thin. They sometimes they break, and they definitely won't give you a really crispy bottom, which is what you really want for a guotie. So apart from this, you need minced pork, some vegetables. Usually I like to use cabbage, and some garlic, some seasoning, and I also like to add prawns for some kind of texture and flavor. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is, with your cabbage, I like to use just a normal round head cabbage. Chop it into smaller parts, and if you have a food processor, it would be the best because it's really fast to chop it up into small pieces. Once you chop it into these quarters, you put them into the food processor, you cover it up, and then you just whiz it until small pieces. Okay. Sometimes they're too big, so you're gonna have to move them around. And do it again. You can do it as fine as you want. I like them into quite small pieces, sorry. It's still not done yet. Okay, that should do it. See how fine it is? And that's what I'm looking for. Okay, next thing you can do is you can take a bowl, a really large bowl, and put all this inside. This recipe is actually really good for kids who don't like to eat vegetables. You can hide a lot of vegetables in this. Okay, once that's done, put that aside. So the next thing you want to do is get some garlic. I like to use a garlic mincer. This is what it's called, a garlic presser or mincer. And I'm using 3 cloves of garlic because I like a lot of garlic, and I'm actually making quite a lot of dumplings to bring over for a family dinner. So if you have this kind of tool, it makes it so much easier. You don't even need to peel the skin. See, when you're pressing the garlic, the skin, the garlic flesh, what do you call it? Cloves, separates from the skin, and you can just take it out like that. So this is number 2. Add is some chopped up prawns. These prawns have been shelled, deveined, and chopped up into little pieces. You can use the food processor for this, but I actually want it like just a rough chop, so I didn't want, you know, to become like a prawn paste. So you just add that in. If you don't like prawns, never mind, you don't have to use them. And you just mix that up. Okay, next we're gonna put in the minced meat. So we have the minced meat. We have some of this meat juice, which we don't want to incorporate into it, because if you add too much liquid to the mix, it's gonna give you a soggy dumpling, and nobody wants a soggy dumpling. Okay. So the minced meat, you just like mash it up. You can use a spoon, a fork, spoonella, whatever you like. You can also do this in the food processor, which I've done before, but I find that when you if you're trying to mix the meat with the vegetables in the food processor, somehow the meat tastes different and it kind of becomes mushy after you cook it. So I've realized that this is actually the best method to do for mixing the meat together. But if you're really pressed for time, or if you just really don't feel like it, it's up to you. Give it a try and then you can see which one you like the best. I love dumplings. It's like one of my favorite foods. I could eat so many, which obviously is bad for my waistline. But Kaylin also loves it. And I've made this for my in-laws family before and they've all loved it. So that's why it's quite a, I guess you could call it a successful dish. Or maybe it's my signature dish. I don't have a signature dish. Do you have a signature dish? Does your family usually bring some kind of special dish for any family gatherings? You can leave your comment down below and let me know. I'd love to know all about it. Okay, so next I'm going to get the seasoning. Okay, I'm going to put some pepper inside. This is white pepper. Usually for Chinese cooking, you'd be using white pepper. And I have some chicken powder. This is chicken stock. It just gives an extra flavor. Obviously, if you don't want to put it in, you don't have to as well. A bit of sesame oil, just for some fragrance. Looks like my oil is finished. Oh, okay. Well, that's all I'm gonna get out of it. And I have some oyster sauce. So just put like about a tablespoon inside, because oyster sauce is pretty salty, so you know, just be careful how much you put in. And also some soy sauce. I prefer soy sauce to putting salt in it because I feel like I don't know, it gives a nicer flavor and fragrance. And just to balance out all the flavors, I'm just going to add some sugar. My mom doesn't do this, but I do feel that it tastes a little bit better with some sugar in it. And that's about it. So you're just going to mix that all up together. Once you mix it up, feel free to taste it. Like, I mean, don't taste the raw food, obviously, but take a little bit, put it in the microwave, and just taste the balance of flavors and see if you're happy with it. If you're not happy with how, you know, if it's too bland, add more seasoning. But it's basically going to be like a subtle flavoring because you're going to dunk this into some vinegar and soy sauce dipping sauce. So if it's not salty enough, that's okay, because you can just, you know, dip it into some sauce later. Usually I don't test it out to see if the flavor's enough, but this time I'm going to, because I'm giving it to my in-laws and they're kind of they eat quite bland food, so I'm kind of afraid I've put too much seasoning now. Okay, I've just tasted it and everything tastes really good. So what you need now is we're gonna wrap up the dumplings. I've opened up my packet of dumplings skins and this is what they look like. They are quite thick, as you can see, but not so thick that you can't see the light going through it. Okay, and what you also need is a bowl of water, because that's going to act as your glue to glue your dumpling skin together. Okay, so we've got one. I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to do it the traditional way.
So I'm going to do it at the side.
That's Kaylin. Okay, this is just some water, so you're just going to dab it around the edges. Okay, what we need is a small spoon.
So just rub it around the edges, but you don't want too much.
Okay. And we need another spoon for you too, Caitlin.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Here's your spoon. Okay.
Thank you.
So we need a small spoon. Okay. You just want to grab not too much, because if you put too much in, it's just going to explode and you're not going to be able to cover it.
And everything will fall out.
So you put about that much in. Okay. As a beginner, you might want to do a bit less.
Yeah.
This is how I like to hold it, like this. So you do your finger like that.
Yeah.
You put it in like that, and see your hand on the bottle, it cradles it. So this hand might be wondering what it's for. It's not to worry about you. but it's to hold this skin. Okay, so we start from this end, okay? We pinch, and then we pinch. It's kind of,
So
we're making
fold
pleats. Okay, and then we pinch it again.
I don't know how to do
Pinch it again. Kaylin, what she usually does is she fills it up and then she'll pass it to me to cover up.
But sometimes if I don't want her to do it, I will just like press it along the side.
Okay, so that's done. And that is my dumpling. Pot sticker, gyoza, dumpling, whatever you want to call it. That's how you make it.
I can't do
Right?
it, so
So we'll do another one.
yeah.
Kaylin's filled it up. We need just a bit more filling on this one.
Oh. Do we? Oh. Yeah, because
We don't want to empty gyoza either.
Yeah.
Gyoza, that's what they called. I don't know, that somehow that slipped my mind. That's what it's called.
Usually I don't know how much filling
So I'll do that slowly.
should I put in, so I
And
just
so you
press
press using this finger down, this left finger, you press, and then you press again, and then there's some liquid sometimes, so you just kind of empty it out. And then press the end, and you have another gyoza. I'll do that again before I do the rest.
Yep.
Okay?
So just take the dumpling skin and then you have to fill it.
Okay, so
Like
first, put water around the edges for the seal.
I will always ask her how much should I put in because I'm not professional and I don't know how much I should put in. Like this?
Yep.
Okay, good.
So,
Wait, I wanna see. Okay.
okay.
And
Press
then
the end
I can't.
and press that. Use this left hand to
I can't
push
do it. Never
in,
mind.
push in, push in, push in. And I might have filled too much. If you find yourself in this mess, you filled it up too much, right? Okay, the camera's not focusing. Okay, if you filled it up too much, just get the spoon again and just take a bit of it out. That's fine. And then just close it up. And that is done.
So I'm the one filling the stuff up because yeah, I don't know how to.
Okay, so we're just gonna keep going because we're kind of in a rush as well, and we'll show you what it looks like at the end, or after everything's finished, I'll show you how to cook it.
Yep. Now that we have finished doing all the dumplings, so here they are. And now we're going
I'm cooking it in a
to-
happy cold
yeah.
pan because it's flat. The bottom is flat and it's just perfect for that. So I'm just heating that
I
up.
didn't see the sign. Never mind.
Oh,
So we're just heating it up.
the floor is extremely wet. Who wet the floor?
Daddy,
Can you
of
get
course.
Get off.
I can't see. Okay. Anyways, we're just waiting for it to heat up. And we're putting oil.
I'll put some oil.
I can't see.
Squeeze some oil.
The oil.
And quite a bit of oil to give it a crispy bottom. So spread the oil around a bit.
It's not focusing. Okay, got it.
Just hold it here. Okay, and then now we're gonna put the dumplings in one by one.
Is it hot?
It is gonna be hot. So I'm turning down the heat so that I don't hurt my hand.
Can I? No. Can I wanted to try it, but we're kind of in a hurry.
We're late for our dinner.
Can I try one? Like, is it turning? Never mind. So we just need to put all of these dumplings in, and we'll show you later what it looks like. Just put in all the dumplings that can fit into one pan.
Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put water. We're gonna cover it in water so that it steams and cooks it at the same time.
Will it burn? Like, is it
It
hot?
might splash.
Okay.
So,
Stand
be
back.
careful if you are a child doing this.
I want to do
Okay,
that.
so we're just gonna do this.
But I can't do that.
Okay.
Oh.
And you just want to fill it up halfway of the dumpling. And then we're gonna close the lid. And turn up the heat and close the lid so that it steams the top and cooks the top.
Okay, so we'll tell you.
So now that's been cooking for a while, you can see that the water is reducing. You can open the lid now to let all the moisture out.
And how we know that when it's ready is my mother told me that when all the water has disappeared, basically.
And you'll need to check the bottom to make sure that it's all crispy.
Yep.
Okay. So you can still see some bubbles on the side, so that's definitely not done yet. Okay, just in a minute. Okay, if you want to know whether they're done, you're gonna have to dig underneath and check. Now be careful, because you know you're probably gonna rip a couple, but that's alright, you know, no big deal. Okay, are they done? No, see the color's a bit blonde. Which means they're not done yet. Blonde means they're not brown.
Okay, so we'll just wait a few minutes longer and get back to you.
Once they're cooked, they're actually a lot easier to come off the pan.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get back to you.
And we like them crispy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Okay, so that's done. As you can see, it looks gorgeously brown.
Yes, it's focused. And they are just like sticking together. So if you don't want them to stick together, you just have to be careful and just like cut them carefully.
Yeah, and some of them will break like this one did. But you know, that's just gonna go straight in my mouth.
Just a few more in the pan.
Okay, so we're gonna finish up cooking the rest, and that's it.
Maybe later. I don't know. Yeah.
We're gonna have to end the video because we're in a hurry. So if you've enjoyed this
video, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below to our channel. And be sure to check out our other videos and like them too. Thanks for watching. Bye. Wait, I can't press.